Let's talk about how much sugar really is in one cone of cotton candy. We hear this all the time about how you weren't allowed to have cotton candy as a child because your mom said that there was too much sugar in it, or making some joke about going to the dentist after eating a cone of cotton candy. And while I laugh at these comments because they are pretty funny, one thing that most people don't understand, or is a pretty common misconception, is that while cotton candy really is only sugar and flavoring, one cone is not that much sugar, or at least not as much as you think it would be. While this jar has a lot of servings in it, this jar could really serve over 150 people at one event. So one cone of cotton candy is actually the equivalent of eating a serving of Jolly Rancher. Now, we're not doctors or dietitians, but what that means is that eating a piece of cake or a cookie has way more sugar than this cone of cotton candy. Let's do a little science experiment with cotton candy and packaging. So you see here is a fresh cotton candy glitter bomb in the first container that I showed that is brand new. The second one is several weeks old, and ideally our cotton candy should absolutely last at least that long. When we drop in the fresh cotton candy, it dissolves immediately like it's supposed to, and the edible prism powder floats out, changing the color of the drink as well as adding a nice shimmer. This is exactly what we want our product to look like, so you have a reference. The one that I'm about to drop in is a couple of weeks old, but again, our product should last that long. When I drop the rock hard piece of sugar with the prism powder on the inside, quite literally nothing happens. The sugar does not disintegrate and the prism powder does not release. So there we go. This packaging did not pass the test. That's why we have to be so picky about what we put our cotton candy in, because we want our product to look perfect for you, and we don't want you to end up with little pieces of rock hard sugar in your package when you purchase from us. Come fill a cotton candy order with me. Today's order was for a sample pack of 6 different flavors in our 32-ounce containers, which happen to be our largest ones we offer. These containers hold anywhere from 3 to 4 of our giant cones of cotton candy in one container. They went with pink lemonade, bubblegum, sugar cookie, watermelon, cookie dough, and pina colada for their flavor choices. These are some of my absolute favorite flavors to spin, as they smell so good in the studio. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I wish you guys could smell through your phone what these smell like, because your mouth would literally be watering. As a matter of fact, we had someone that works on our floor come knock on my door and ask me what I was spinning, because he could smell it all the way in his office and it was making him hungry. That happens to us pretty frequently, and we love to share cotton candy with our floor mates, as it's kind of a sweet torture that they have to smell what we make all day long. Here's a video a lot of you have been dying for. I am teaching you how to make cotton candy base. Obviously, first you pour the sugar into your bowl, and then your food coloring. I poured way too much food coloring in, so I used one of our scoops to scrape some out and save it for later. Then I add the flavor extract. Today's flavor is bubblegum, and we are recipe tasting today. I actually use these 2 different brands because I think that they taste the best together. Then you put your bowl into the mixing stand, and you lock the mixer into place. I really just start off with a low setting, like a stir or possibly a 1, just to get it started. Today's sugar was really lumpy for whatever reason, so we had to get all of that worked out. And then as the process goes on, I may turn up the speed a little bit more just to make sure that it is all blended together. I also added an extra splash of extract because I really felt like it needed it. And then once it got to the perfect color, I decided to turn it off. And then of course you have to let it sit and dry.